Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com.
The custom of spilling out liquid from your cup prior to drinking. You may have noticed that prior to some people drinking from their cup of liquid, they spill some of it out from the side. It looks kind of strange. Why do they do so? Is it based on any real source in halacha? And is it incumbent on other people to grab this custom as well? Or not? So actually the source for this seemingly strange activity is based on a statement in the Talmud in Maseches Chulin 105b, which brings a kind of strange story of a demon that used to work in the house of Rav Papa, and he would delay drinking water from the river because he was afraid that other demons drank from it, and this then led to the household of Rav Papa to spill out water from their jars prior to them drinking from it. And upon seeing this, the demon replied that this is a good way of clearing up any safety issue with the water. Now, while not all stories written in the Talmud are recorded the halacha in the Shulchan Aruch, and in fact the case here is no different, as this story and its ensuing action is not recorded in the Rambam, Torah, and Shulchan Aruch of the Mechaber Ramah, nonetheless it is recorded in the Shulchan Aruch of the Alter Rebbe, Choshen Mishpat, Hilchos Shmiras HaGuf HaNefesh, halacha 4, and in chapter 206, halacha 5, in Orach Chaim. And there he writes, the one who drinks water and spills out some of it prior to drinking, due to worry of the evil waters, hence making mention of the custom. And in Hilchos Shmiras HaGuf HaNefesh stated above, he writes it quite more unequivocally, saying that one who drinks, even during the daytime, is required to pour out some of the waters prior to drinking, hence stating that this is an actual obligation to be done. As rules the Alter Rebbe in the Shulchan Aruch, so also writes the Tashbeitz, the Sefer Chassidim, the Arizal and Shar HaMitzvahs, Parshas Eikev, the Or Tzadikim, the Shloah HaKodesh, the Rashal, the El Yerabah, and many, many other Achreinim. It is either obligatory or a good thing to be careful of the above, to spill out water from your cup before you drink from it. As to understanding the reason, so we already introduced and prefaced the story from the Talmud. Although there's a few ways that the above poskim mention understand the reason behind this action. Some say that we are worried that demons may have drank from the water, as states the Talmud, and have left an evil imprint in the waters that we want to get rid of. And spilling it out heals it. So explains the Alter Rebbe in the Shulchan Aruch. Others, however, explain that we are worried that there are evil spirits and reincarnated souls possibly found in the water, and we don't want them to be consumed by us, and therefore we spill it out. So writes the Sefer Or Tzadikim, a student of the Arizal. Some of the details relating to this halacha, the Alter Rebbe rules that the spilling of the water is to only be done prior to saying the blessing and not afterwards. Likewise, it's brought down in Tosfos that you are to pour out the water yourself rather than have someone do it for you. It's likewise recorded in the Kaf HaChaim of Rav Chaim Falaji that you're only to pour out a small amount, and you should do it with the back of your hand. In Sefer HaBris it's recorded that you should pour out 3 times, and you should spill it specifically onto the ground. In some poskim it's recorded to spill it out after drinking from it. Now regarding other liquids, the clear implication of all the sources is that this adherence only applies to water and not to any other beverage. For the simple reason that we only suspect that the demons were drinking from the river, and water that derives from the river and not by other beverages. Now with that all said in detail, practically, are we serious that this is what we have to start doing? Anyone who was not aware of this halacha? Do you have to now start spilling some water out of their cup prior to drinking? So we have a general rule in all halachas that relate to matters of spiritual danger or danger due to unscientific worries, or what we can call sci-fi reasons of danger. And that is, that if it's recorded in halacha, then of course ideally everyone has to practice it. But if in practical terms the custom has become not to do so, then the danger is no longer a danger, and one is not even initially required to be stringent anymore in such a case, as we have a pasuk which states Shomer P'sayim Hashem, that Hashem guards the fools. And once the world becomes accustomed to no longer worry about a certain spiritual segula type of danger, then Hashem protects to make sure that it no longer has the power to injure anyone. And therefore the same we can apply here. Practically the widespread custom of the world is not to be careful in the above matter, and therefore one may even initially rely upon this and not be stringent. Nonetheless, there are some minorities who are accustomed to be stringent in this, such as is recorded in the Sefer Darkei Chaim V'Shalim of the custom of the Mooncatcher, although as writes the Kaf HaChaim Rav Chaim Falaji, one who is stringent in this should only do so conspicuously without trying to attract much attention to their chumrah. Now let's discuss regarding the Chabad custom. Although in the end of the day many poskim do bring this adherence, the Alter Rebbe is the first one to record it in a Shulchan Aruch format. Practically we find that the Rebbe Rayatz as well as the Rebbe were stringent regarding this, and they would pour out water from their cup of water or seltzer prior to drinking from it. However, not prior to drinking other beverages such as wine and mashke. Nonetheless, Rav Eli Lando Shlita says that the above is most likely only a mere personal custom or stringency and was not followed by the Chassidim in the previous generations. His father, Olav Shalom, did not follow it, and therefore it does not necessarily have the status of a Chabad custom meant for the public to undertake. So all in all, to summarize, there is a Talmudic and halachic concept of spilling out water from your cup of water or seltzer before you drink from it. Practically, the widespread custom is not to worry about this anymore, and therefore not to do so, and one is not required to be stringent to undertake the above said halacha. Nonetheless, there are some who are accustomed to be stringent, and practically each is to follow the custom of his family and his community in this matter for one way or the other.
Thank you for listening to Shulchanaruchharav.com. Our free services of making Torah knowledge available to the public depends on donors like you. Please help us continue our work through making even a small contribution at Shulchanaruchharav.com under the Daily Halacha Dedication section or in the subscription page. Also, check out our online courses and many Sefarim available for purchase that will both enhance your Torah knowledge and help support our work.